Your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic. Into mystic.
Good evening and welcome back to Mystic Matters. We are the Greater Mystic Chamber of Commerce. Good evening, Tricia Walsh. Nice to see you again.
It's good to see you as well.
Tricia, we're right in the middle of summertime, and I know you have a special announcement that you want to get right out.
Absolutely. We are really proud to promote this event. It's the first annual Oyster Fest that's going to be held at Enders Island, and it's going to be partners of New England Science and Sailing and MASH, Mystic Area Shelter and Hospitality.
Great.
It's the day after the Iron Chef event for MASH, and this great activity is going to August 17th, Saturday, August 17th. Put it on your calendar, 11 to 2. There's going to be freshly shucked no-ink oysters, a big top tent, child-friendly activities. They're going to have a boat launch, a lunch. There's the Oyster Club, Daniel Packer Inn, Dog Watch, Skipper's Dock, Water Street Cafe, Bravo Bravo, and many other restaurants are also participating in this event. And Dan Miser from Oyster Club is the co-chair, and we know that this is a very dear event to his heart, and I'm very happy to promote it for him. So this is August 17th. You can visit www.nesf.org for more information, and I strongly encourage you to check it out.
Well, you know, Tricia, I know the people from the Oyster Club and also Ness and also MASH, and I think it's a wonderful partnership. From what I understand, MASH will be the night before, and then the next day will be this wonderful event. So, and beautiful Enders Island, probably the most pristine, most beautiful place you ever want to see, and beautiful place to have an event.
Absolutely. And
so it's great.
All great organizations, great people involved, and for a wonderful cause.
Right, right. So this evening we have a guest on, and I'm not going to say she's new, okay, because Kathleen Poole has probably been on Mystic Matters, and I don't know, probably 3 or 4 times.
Yeah, probably.
Right, right.
She almost qualifies as co-host.
Right, she almost does, but you know, there should be one of these veteran, or honorary member of Mystic Matters. But Kathleen, welcome back to the show. You always have new and exciting things going on. You're always studying. You're always trying to bring us up to date on some of the things that you've been involved with. So we're kind of going to let you lead into the show. You've got this new acupuncture sort of remedy, but without needles?
Oh, yes. Well, anyway, thanks for having me back.
You're
love being on
welcome.
the show. No, I don't have it. Nothing's new. I have a
You
really
know.
old.
Okay.
Okay, all right, okay.
New to Suzette and
Yes,
I.
yes, yes.
And probably our audience.
It's people. A lot of people are afraid of needles, and actually, in the last, I've been practicing 25 years now. I've had maybe 3 people who couldn't go through with it. They're fine once they see my needles are no problem. It's not like hypodermics. But we have a lot of other things that we do instead of needles that people don't know about as acupuncturists. So I thought I'd talk about that a little bit today.
When you say it's not new, okay, so it's new to Tricia and I, and I know this is something that's dear to your heart and you wanted to bring up. How old is this tradition?
Oh, at least 3,000 years old, maybe 5.
Okay, so this is another alternative.
Yes.
Okay, so is that?
Oh, the new thing, the other things I'm going to show you, the new things I'm going to show you.
Right.
They may even come before needle insertion because a lot of them are like body work oriented.
Okay.
So people were probably massaging and doing things like that before they were doing actual needling.
But they're used to treat the exact same.
Yes. The same things in a different way.
Okay.
Well, first of all, though, as far as what I do, I'm an acupuncturist, but I can't leave out herbal medicine. So that's another big thing that we do at Mystic River Acupuncture is Chinese herbal medicine.
Right.
So it can be used for all kinds of things, and I happen to have an interesting formula with me to show people.
I love your
I
little
have
ditty
I
bag
have a
here.
kit here
has
full of
a,
all kinds of
a
goodies.
trunk.
Yeah. It
Are
almost
there-
looks like back into the Titanic
this is
age
like
or
a-
the Great Gatsby age.
It's a
It's
antique,
fantastic. Yeah.
an antique like a cosmetic trunk, I think,
Yeah,
for
yeah.
toiletries and things. It has a little shelf in it, and it's perfect for this kind of thing.
I would like one of those.
I actually
had
have
that
it in my
for
attic. I think my mother
years
came
and
over.
Years and years I've had that. It
My
was
mother
old
came
when I
over to
bought
the
it.
Philippines with that. I look at it every once in a while, saying, "What am I doing with this thing?" But look at this, Trish.
So here's the thing. People don't really know what Chinese herbal medicine can do.
Okay.
And I happen to have made this formula for somebody, so I thought I would bring it to show you. And it's a
Okay.
very unusual formula. You'll probably never guess what it would be used for. This particular formula is useful if women are having trouble nursing. If there's
might
not
know
enough
somebody.
milk, or if the milk
They
is
need
getting
that.
clogged up,
Okay.
they can take this for a week or so, and it should make it better. And of course, we have other things we can do for them as well. But so that's one of the many.
But what's in
things.
here now?
This is
Kathleen?
very interesting. This little.
'Cause it
in
can't harm
my
the
office,
baby,
we
obviously.
talk about. We call this the styrofoam, but it's not really styrofoam. It just kind of looks like that. This is
Okay.
from the rice paper plant.
All
So it
right.
has that rice paper look, and see the hole in it.
Yes.
This is used to make things drain properly.
Okay.
And a lot of times in Chinese medicine, the way the herb looks will resemble its function. A lot of times it doesn't, but often it does. And so this does resemble the function of having things move through tubes. So you would also put this same rice paper herb in a formula, say, for urination.
Okay.
That's stop and stop for men
Right,
or
right,
women.
right.
So there are many different ways you can use this herb, but in combination with these other ones, this is for helping women lactate properly.
So
So they
now,
can get enough milk for their babies.
what do you do with that? Do you just eat that out of the bag?
Nope,
Or
you dump it all into a pot. I should have brought a pot. I brought a pot last time. And you cover it with water and you cook it for 30 minutes. Drain the liquid out, and that's your dose for the week. So each day you take a little bit.
And that's measured. You've already measured
I
that
already
for
measured
your
this
patient.
all out. So many
Okay.
grams of this one, so many grams of that one.
Okay.
So anyway, I just thought I would show this because it's interesting looking. It's kind of cool to look at. And I haven't really talked about
Yeah.
things like that
Thank you
before.
for that. Yeah.
But there's a wealth of information. Like it's a whole category of Chinese medicine is treating pregnancy, birthing, and postpartum.
Okay.
So
Yep.
yeah,
That's great.
And
So
if
anyway.
you have the opportunity to stop by your office, it's almost set up on one side like a pharmacy with all
Right,
these different
yes, I
herbs.
think
And
a
it's
Chinese pharmacy.
extraordinarily interesting to see all the different things out there that you have access to for all kinds of
It's
ailments.
great.
And here's something that everybody can take. This is a lovely formula. I'll put it in here so you can see it better. And of course, I brought one for each of you to take home.
Oh,
Wow,
thank
excellent.
you.
I think I may have given this to you before when the other Trisha was running the.
Yes, you
But
did.
it's really pretty. It's
Yep. There you go. Right there. Yep.
it's Chinese rose,
Yep.
and this plant called albizia, and you can drink this just like you would drink chamomile or something like that. There's not.
I actually brought that to the store. Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's really.
So is it
Yeah.
Add a little
calming?
lemon. Hmm?
Is it calming?
Smell that.
Yes, it's calming. It's very calming. I'll give her both packets.
Can we have a triple dose?
Here's one for you.
Actually,
Awesome. Thank you.
And
This
you know,
is
like
great.
You just fill it, or you could put
Smell it,
just
Tricia.
fill a
Just-
tea ball, and you can
smells
make
really
a
pretty.
cup, or this will probably make a couple of little pots.
Okay.
So anyway, that's
I
my-
will take
that's
that
my
for the
herbal
calming event.
I
demonstration.
think the staff would appreciate that I drink that.
Yeah. Well, I kind of messed up the tape.
Don't worry,
on
I'll
this
take
but,
that one. Yeah.
Just
I'll
don't-
take
don't
that
let
as
it
I get
spill in
home.
your pocketbook, it'll stress you out more. Okay,
I think
so
you know us well.
that's like my second. It's one of the things I love is
Yeah.
Chinese herbal medicine.
Yeah.
But if you come for acupuncture and you're afraid, or sometimes I treat little children, I've treated even newborns,
Wow.
but not with needles. So I used to attend births, but I can't do that now. It takes, like you have to just maybe give up a day or be up all night,
Right.
and then you're good for nothing. I mean,
Right,
I
right.
will still attend a birth if you're a really, really, really good friend of mine.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
that in
But
mind.
you, yeah.
Yeah, you call.
For future.
We have the next thing, which I have talked about, is called cupping.
Okay.
Yes. Now you've done that.
Yes,
Yeah,
I did this
we've
on
done
one of the
it
shows, so
shows,
I thought
yeah.
I didn't really have to demonstrate it because you
Right,
can
right.
do a YouTube
Right.
search and find the old show. But this is the other thing that is sort of like, since I saw you, I got a good description of it from a patient. He said, oh, it's like the opposite of massage. Because massage, you're like pushing.
Right.
And
Right.
cupping, you create a suction with, well, I won't do it. With the fire, you put a fire inside,
Yep,
you pull it
yep.
off, and then you put it on the skin, and it pulls things out instead of pushing in, and it's really good for muscle tension. It's really good for bronchitis. I use this a lot on children. And what's lovely about this is I can teach parents or anybody how to do it, and you can have your own very own cup with this, so you don't have to use the fire.
Oh.
Where you just, well, this is too big, but you suck like that. You can see it coming up a little bit. It's too big for I mean, this would be good
So
for
wait
the
a minute,
back.
instead of using the fire, how can you do this to your, are you,
Well, see, it's a pump. See, the fire creates a suction.
right, so this
So
is
this
a
is
pump.
creating a suction with a hand pump instead.
So you would just, well,
Yeah, I mean, you need a bigger
yeah,
surface, like,
yeah,
yeah,
we just-
yeah. So,
yeah,
And I
okay.
don't have real small ones of these, because I just carry pretty much one size, because it's more
Right,
for
right.
convenience. I mean, I
Right,
could
right.
order a small one for you. But anyway, this is a really, I thought it would be fun to do a show sometime about things to keep in your medicine cabinet. This would be right up there in the top 5.
Now,
A
so
cup.
this would be used on an infant.
No, this could be used on more of an older child who had bronchitis.
And would
you
you
would do
put
it
right
in the back.
Right, in the back
Okay.
area
on
where
the
he's-
opposite side
yeah.
of the lungs. And in that case, it's not really doing a muscular action. It's more loosening up congestion. It's like think of a straw, sucking on things with a straw. It's more like sucking against the congestion and loosening it up, and then they can maybe cough the phlegm up, and they can get better.
Wow.
It's
That's
amazing. And I have done this in a pinch with baby food jars and little glasses, like when I'm at somebody's
yeah,
house
yeah.
and they need cupping and
Right.
the cups aren't with me. I can do it with any kind of a cup, really.
The little beach
But
nut.
what's nice about these cups is they have a wide rim that keeps it from
Yeah, and they
being-
also have this, you know what I mean? That's just, yeah.
So that's nice. So that's the first thing.
Wow.
And
That's
are those
really
for
good.
sale at your office?
These, you can find them online probably, but they're for sale at my office for sure. I like to keep things like this on hand because I like sending people home with things they can do. Because
Instead
it
of,
saves
yeah,
them coming
exactly,
back.
exactly.
And then also, if they have this in their medicine cabinet, they can call me up. And if I can't see them, I can say, well, do you have a cup? We'll take the cup and go put it here and then do this and then do that. So I'm a big fan of enabling people to help themselves in a safe way. So I'm on hand for, like on phone for my patients if they have questions or want to know how to do something.
Yeah. I have a question for you, Kathleen. So you come into your office and do you fill out a little medical history?
Yes, you do.
And so if a person like me comes in and you don't know where to start,
Right.
and you say, well, yeah, of course, Kathleen, I'm stressed, I'm high energy, but now I can't get rid of this cold, and by the way, I have a broken ankle. So how do you
Yes.
start?
Okay,
Yes.
well, no, that is exactly who comes to me.
Okay.
Like nobody comes to me with one thing hardly because
Right.
you don't come. Most people don't come to an acupuncturist first.
Right.
They wait and they don't, and then another thing happens, and then this first thing wasn't the ankle's worse because you didn't get it.
Right.
You need to come. But
Well, I'm supposed to go to physical therapy. Let's not even go, but I don't have time.
You should definitely
Yeah.
physical therapies. But anyway, what we do is we do an intake, and we're probably asking different questions than what you might.
But
be
that's,
asked.
I just wanted to put the public at some sort of ease, and also to for everybody to understand. You just don't walk in there. There is
Oh, right.
there is a
yeah.
process that's done.
You walk
and
in, you
certainly,
get it. You're
right.
there for an hour
Right.
and 15 minutes
Right.
or so for the first session,
Right.
because a half an hour of it at least is
Right.
me talking to you, finding out what's
and getting
wrong,
to know you. Right.
and then finding out how the ankle thing might be related to the stiff neck.
Right.
Even though they didn't cause each other,
Yes.
it might be the same meridian running through both of them, so I can treat them together.
Right.
So it's not
Okay.
like another kind of a doctor where you have to go to this one for the ankle
Right.
and then this one for
Right.
the
A specialist for
yeah,
everything.
It's,
Okay.
It's
Yeah.
different. And if, for instance, with insomnia, if people have insomnia, some of the questions I'm going to ask them are, well, do you have more trouble falling asleep, or do you have more trouble waking up, or do you wake up and you're not rested, or so I care exactly how the insomnia is affecting you, not just
Right.
the fact that you have a sleep disorder.
Right.
So the questions are going to be much more specific, and I'll treat the person.
Yes
who-
to all of
yeah.
that.
If you're having trouble falling asleep, it's a different remedy or
Right,
different
right.
than if you're waking
Right.
up. To me,
Right.
so it's very exact.
Yeah.
I love how exact.
Okay. That's what I
it is.
wanted to
Yeah.
to
And sometimes
define.
if you have 3 or 4 things, I'll say, well, listen, okay, and you have constipation or something, I'll say, let's just wait on that because I want to focus on the pain first. And then, so sometimes we'll have a game plan of which things we'll treat first.
Yep.
But I
Okay.
can generally treat 2 or 3 things for sure at once.
Okay, good.
Yeah, in a session.
How about
So-
4 or 5?
Or, well, we might have 1 or 2 we're going to wait for.
So what are these?
This is a more modern, and I have needles with me, but I think I've been on a couple times and people have seen needles, so I don't feel like it's necessary to
Yeah,
show the needles.
we've done the needles.
This is more modern. These are magnets. They're little gold-plated magnets. And in fact, I'm going to study with my Japanese teacher in August, and she's the one who I learned this from. They come in a packet. They're 75 cents a piece, so I can send them home with people. And see the little gold magnets. Oh, you know what these are really good for? This is another home remedy. If you get seasick, you know those sea bands?
Yeah, yes.
That like you wear and they put a big dent in your and everybody knows you're seasick because you got the stupid band on and it's hot and it's sweaty and it's you can just have one of these. Here, I'll put one on you. You'd use the same point as the camera on here.
Yep. We've got it right there.
Where's
Yeah.
it? So I'll just show you. It comes on a little sticky thing. There's the North Pole and the South Pole, and
There you
want
go.
the bump side
Jeez.
down. And so you just
Oh, the bump side down.
well for
okay.
this case for seasickness, there you go.
There you go.
You're good to go. You can get on the boat. You can get in the plane. I never travel without those.
And
I
you
don't
can-
get seasick, but I meet people who are. Or
And you
motion
can travel
sick,
on planes with those.
or in the car. Yeah, I've never been stopped. I
Okay.
haven't. I took them. I went to Berlin to see my son a week ago, and
Okay, so you
never
just
been
put this
stopped.
on. How long do you wait? Do
You
you?
just wear it until it comes off, or the trip's over. Or you can take it off,
Wow.
and you can
So you
like,
just
stick
put
on
it
your
on
fridge
one.
or
You don't
something.
need it on 2.
Yeah, I would put
okay.
it on 2. But,
Okay.
you know. So anyway,
Yeah,
this is
just wanna
another
wear that one
really
thing.
inexpensive, do-it-yourself, and for other things like for PMS, you could put it
Really?
down here, but you would put the smooth side down.
Okay.
So again, you need to consult if you're going to use these kinds of tools, you do need to consult your acupuncturist or the practitioner who gave them to you, so you know which
Right.
way to put them on or where.
Right.
But a lot of times when people come to my office, again, I'll put little X's with a pen on the spots where I want them to put the
Right. So
the
you guide
magnets,
them.
and then they go and they take the magnets and
Okay.
they're good.
Wow.
They're good for muscle tension too.
So if it was something more long-term, say for instance a neck injury or
Yeah.
something like that, now would they wear them every day, all day?
You could wear them every day. There's no harm. But I mean, something like that, I consider these magnets to be a follow-up to the acupuncture treatment.
Okay.
I know there are other people who use magnets. I've seen these big magnets that they put on. Something like that might, and I don't do that, so you'd have to go somewhere else, but something like that might be better for a bad car accident, or like
Right.
you might rather have a TENS unit or something on that.
Right.
So this is more,
Right. It's better to get to know each other and actually have a plan. See your acupuncturist and have a plan in place.
And part of my plan might be you need to go to somebody else.
Right.
Like if you come in with a
Right,
broken
right.
ankle, part of my plan is get yourself to physical therapy.
Right.
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes. This
Right.
is not,
Yeah.
alternative. It's in conjunction with what's best for
I
the
like
patient.
working with.
Right.
In fact, tomorrow I'm going to a doctor's office to. I'm going to be going there and I'm going to just treat the staff on their lunch break
Oh, neat.
because I like to integrate and I want to show them what I do, and they're
Wow,
very
that's a
interested.
great idea,
Yeah.
Kathleen. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and then, I mean everybody's happy. I
Right.
have fun doing it. And,
Right.
They get the benefit of.
That's a great
so,
idea. Yeah.
So there are doctors who are interested in this now too. So it's easier to collaborate.
Yeah. Well, they're a little more open-minded.
They really are. What else? Oh, this is kind of cool. This is very modern. It's a tuning fork.
Tuning
So,
fork.
Yeah.
So that's not something you use in the kitchen.
No, it's like a.
What is that?
This one. Do you have a muscle knot in your back?
I have muscle knots all over
like
the place.
That right there.
Well, of course.
It's too bad Trisha's missing out.
Yeah.
Because she's sitting over there. And
Yeah.
No, I'm
I can-
jealous.
I can
want
put
that
a-
thing.
I can. if I can get up, I can do it on both of you.
Oh, it's
No,
okay.
That's okay. yeah.
Anyway, if you come, I'll show you a sample. So there's a muscle knot, and you're afraid of needles, and you want to break up the muscle knot. This is a special kind of tuning fork. I didn't bring the thing that you hit. with it.
He's getting.
Oh.
Show that a little bit
Okay.
closer. So.
It's a,
Yeah.
It's a tuning. It's a big tuning fork, and these vibrate up here. They're like weights that vibrate.
Okay.
So like I don't know if it's gonna work if I hit it here. So you hit it like this. See how it's vibrating?
Oh.
I'm gonna put it right there.
Oh,
see
I
how
feel
it like
that.
vibrates into the muscle. And so it loosens up this muscle.
Our producer, Frank Ficini, has got to have this done because this is just, he is great.
You know, again, it's something I can tell
yes.
people how to use at home.
Okay.
But
And
we would
children
purchase
love
this?
Well, I mean, I don't sell these. They're kind
Okay.
of expensive, but you could.
Right, okay.
You know.
Okay, so you make it vibrate first. You don't bang it
Yeah,
on your.
that's how I make it vibrate by hitting it on my. Now I have a little. See how that's going? Really?
Yes, that's really
Doesn't
just,
it feel good? I just love the way it feels.
oh gosh, that's just really,
Ooh, that does feel good.
Right in the like right in the trapezius, or so. It's just a really nice children, people who are afraid of needles, or people who have their muscle knots are so hard that I know the acupuncture is going to be painful. I can do this first
and then.
to loosen it up a little bit, and then
yeah.
I can put the needle in. 'Cause
Okay,
I do
I
this
have
trigger point style needling that's in the news right now. I've been doing that for 20 years. It's, you know, so if you hear somebody say trigger point dry needling, yes, we do that at Mystic River Acupuncture.
I have a question, Kathleen, and this probably is coming from a type A personality, but to get instant relief right away, like when I come to you, can I just, is it all already said and done, or do I have to continue to do
It
all
depends on
this?
what's wrong.
Okay. All right.
Um,
That's a good political question.
No,
and a good
seriously.
political
I mean,
answer.
I had somebody come in the other day who had just pulled his back out by doing some yard work, one session, and he's out of here. But then you have the people who come in and they've been working at the computer for like 10 years.
Okay.
That's going to be
All right.
more
That's a couple of-
chronic.
that's a
So,
couple of,
I mean, a rule of thumb is how long have you had the problem?
Okay.
Barring severe, like car accidents or something.
Yeah.
You know, like you pull your back, you get a little crook in your neck. Oh, another thing I've seen these 3 cases last week. People came in, had a stiff neck, had no idea how they got it.
Oh.
Well, in Chinese medicine, we have a concept of climates invading. And up in the neck area, we have these points, they're called wind points. So wind likes to get in. I've talked about this on shows before too, I think on Mystic Matters. Well, in the summer, you would think that wouldn't be a problem. But every single one of these people had been either sitting in the car with the air conditioning blowing right at them.
That's like in my
or
office.
Sitting,
Yeah.
or going in and out of hot, cold, and they only needed a treatment or 2.
Now, what's that
I
called?
feel like I have that right now because
You
that's
could.
exactly.
Yeah,
What is
you're
it
just-
called?
Wind invasion. So the wind invades the body.
Because
I have wind invasion.
Yes.
Yes.
And it likes to come with another climate. So it is wind cold usually.
right.
Or it could be wind damp, like in the damp, rainy weather.
So
that
how do you
damp gets
feel?
in.
So is it?
If it's cold,
Yeah.
well, first of all, the wind, it stiffens things up, so it feels stiff if you have
Yeah.
this. And if it comes in with cold, it's going to be like you love having something cold on your neck.
Okay.
If it comes in with damp, it's probably going to be more that damp weather really bothers you. Yeah, so there's these, again, if you have pain, part of my questionnaire asks, what kind of weather makes it worse or better? Do you like having heat on it? And there are 2 questions. A, does heat feel good? B, does it help? They mean 2 different things to me. Cold. So our questioning is very exact about these things.
I'm glad I
More
asked
than
that
you
question.
think.
Yeah.
So,
So that you get to know.
And
Okay.
so then, if that was the condition, you would use that on this
No,
part?
if it was wind cold, I would want to use needles, and then I have.
And
Another
there's
tool.
more.
Yes.
Kathleen, I almost feel like Mary Poppins
I was
here.
gonna say Mary Poppins
Mary
first.
Poppins,
Get my
keep
bag and pull my
taking
chips
things out. Yeah.
This, I've talked about moxa before.
Yes.
So can I do this here? It involves a flame and smoke, probably not.
Probably not. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. You light this big cigar. So I would do the needles on your neck,
Okay.
assuming it's wind cold, which we've diagnosed like on TV in 5 seconds, so
Yes.
it may or may not be.
Okay.
But if it was, which
Oh,
it
it
probably
definitely
is. Okay.
Yeah.
You get needles, and then I light the cigar, and I'll hold it over your skin like this. And it'll feel so good. It's this
Wow.
penetrating heat. It's a special herb that has a penetrating heat that penetrates deeply, and it neutralizes the cold. So it warms it up so it's
picture
not
that's
there
what you have.
anymore. Now,
We're doctors.
have-
Yeah. We diagnose
I
ourselves.
have these
Yeah.
little bitty stick-on moxas that she could go like. Oh, you know what? This was back to the birthing thing. We use these when women are having would have their breech birth and we're trying to train the baby. I
okay,
can
yeah.
send them home with these and tell them exactly where to put them. These are little stick-on moxas. It's the same as this, but you light is
Yep,
it's
there you
hard
go.
to see. Here
Yeah.
we go. You
Yeah.
light it, and then you stick it on wherever you want to go, and you just let it burn down.
Show that, yeah. Yeah, there you go.
It's this teeny
Nice.
little
Oh my gosh.
moxa. You
And
let
what do
it
you do with
burn
that?
down, and then you take it off. It's really hot, so you have to be careful.
Okay.
As soon as it starts getting
There
hot,
goes.
you take
Yeah,
it off.
So then what do you
and
do
then you
with that?
quickly throw it in the ashtray.
Okay.
Well, of course, you
Ashtrays.
don't have ashtrays
Okay.
now. Like you.
Right.
I collect tacky ashtrays when I go places because they're so hard to find now. Because I need them in my office. I have a
Kathleen.
nice Ocean Beach one.
Kathleen, we only have a few more minutes.
Oh, okay.
So
well,
you were just.
I think I pretty much
Now,
really rushed through everything in
Oh,
short.
you
Kathleen,
didn't rush through. You did great.
So much, and it
Right.
seems like you are always working. So
Yeah.
maybe you could tell our viewers where you're located.
Oh,
what
Great
your
location.
hours are,
Great location.
Now that they see these
Oh.
many different things.
Well, my Groton viewers, I'm right near the roller rink in Groton, in city of Groton, near Ortega's, near the corner of North and Broad, Bridge Street, up from there.
Right off the
Very
highway.
easy to
Really
get to.
off the highway, very
Yep.
easy.
Yep.
I have this lovely old doctor's office. It's a converted ranch
Mm-hmm.
that I've remodeled into an acupuncture office, and it's on Broad Street, 167
There you
Broad
go.
Street, which
Yeah.
isn't there. But you can go to acugroton.com there and
And see
you
what's
see
going
a picture
on.
of the office, and
Well,
I have
Kathleen-
a newsletter you can sign up for that gives tips about what you can cook for this or that, or different health things.
I'm going to tell you something. I knew you were coming on again, and I said this is probably about the fourth show, and I always say I have to go see Kathleen. I have to go see Kathleen, and I definitely am.
And now you have my card.
And I have
so-
your card because I've been suffering with this
Yeah.
thing for a while, and the ankle, and she's got something whatever.
Right.
So I think you're going to get two co-hosts that will be, more than happy to just share some time with you, and I know you'll give us some good information. But again, Kathleen Poole has just been a great friend to the chamber. I just want everybody to know that she's constantly going back and studying. I do know that about
Oh, yeah.
you. So that's very, very important as well. And please go and visit her. She has a great location. And if you need any more information about Kathleen, if you don't go on her website, certainly contact the chamber, and there you have all our information there. So Kathleen, I will see you again.
Okay,
All
thank
right?
you so much.
And Trish, I'll see you next week.
I'll see you next week.
All right. We are
All right.
Mystic Matters. Good evening.
Spirit fly into mystic. Let your soul and spirit fly into mystic.